Last time on Scarlet Hollow, we completed the seance, and boy was it creepy. We also got to meet Reese, who I have kind of a bias leaning towards now. At this episode, we're starting Chapter 4. Now, Chapter 4 is the last current chapter that is out, unfortunately, so we will have to wait some time after it's finished. But I'm really excited to see where the story goes. You open your eyes. It's a new day. Last night seems so far away. You can almost pretend the horrors you witnessed in the annex were nothing but a nightmare, chased away by the harsh morning light. An involuntary shudder runs down your spine, but your thoughts are interrupted by the buzz of your phone on the nightstand. Hope you made it home okay. Haven't heard from Stella since last night. How about you? You check your messages. There's nothing from Stella. Explorer call Stella, Explorer text Stella. She messaged me last night. I'm sure she's fine. Oh god, what if she's in trouble? What if she's hurt or dead? Maybe she's just sleeping in. Never mind how Stella is. How are you doing? Everyone had a rough night. She's probably still shaken up. What if Wayne got hurt? Does Stella disappear like this sometimes? I'm sure she's just getting a good night's sleep. But I kind of want to talk to her, you know? Hey, what's up? Oh, good. She answered. Ha, just kidding. I'm not. Oh, she got me with the voicemail bait. Wait, this is so funny because this is literally my voicemail. I have a fake voicemail like this. She got me with my own bit. Just kidding. I'm not able to come to the phone right now. This is actually a recording of my voice. It isn't really me. Technology, huh? Anyways, leave a message. Or don't. I never check this thing. The mailbox is full and can't accept messages at this time. We'll text her, I guess. Hey, you good? Morning, hot stuff. Hey, I'm kind of worried after you ran off last night. Text me as soon as you get the chance. Kaneeka, I'm pretty worried about you. Please respond. How's my favorite cryptid hunter? Hey, send Stella a photo of a nervous puppet. I gotta ignore the funny responses because we're in a pretty serious situation after last night. Wait, Stella's always been the type to keep it light though, so let's go with how's my favorite cryptid hunter. You wait for a few silent minutes. Your message sits undelivered. Undelivered? Not unread? Interesting. So it didn't go through. So you messaged me last night. Yeah, so we'll text Kaneeka that she messaged me last night. I think she's okay. I'm worried about her. Seems like she just has some stuff on her mind that she needs to work through. Leave it at that. I'm a little worried about her. I'm glad you've heard from her, at least, but I'm worried too. Let's meet up in town. We should go look for her. Looks like you have your morning plans in order. Oh, we're hanging out with Kaneeka. Explore, take a shower. Explore, check the closet. Oh, I can check for the doll again. Kind of want to check for the doll again. You make your way to the closet. There's no denying it. The doll moved at some point since your most recent visit. But your long-dead relative creepy doll isn't the only thing that's different. Someone was in here. Someone was in my room? Something to mull over for the rest of the day. Was it Tabitha? Was it Jenny? Her name was Jenny, right? Janie? Jenny? I don't remember what her name was. We'll take a shower. Might as well take a shower before starting the rest of your day. You step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. It feels good to wash away the grime from last night's haunting, but eventually you'll have to leave this place and confront the rest of the day. In the meantime, you think about the door in the clinic. You're still drawn to it. Even now, you'll be going back there today. You're sure of it. Think about the afterlife. It's undeniably real at this point, and what you've seen is terrifying. Think about Stella running off last night. Hopefully she's just sleeping in. Think about Rosalina's shattered leg and the image of a foot barely still attached to her body. Think about Duke and the image of him lying there, slumped against a tree with half of his head blown off. Scrub feverishly. I think these are the same options as the last shower, but with a few extra interactions from the day. I think last time we scrubbed, feverishly, trying to get everything off of us. Let's have a pleasant shower this time. Maybe we'll think about someone special. Specifically, you think about Stella, your intrepid cryptid hunting companion, and everything the two of you have been through since you got to town. Hopefully she's okay. Kaneeka, the resident goth, and one of the most level-headed and fashionable people in town. Avery, and their calming presence standing in contrast with the coming storm. Oscar, the shy and handsome town librarian. Reese, the chronically ill artist living in the clinic. And Dr. Kelly, and the way her commanding presence dominated yesterday's dinner. Wayne, and the way his cool and quiet confidence protected you during yesterday's haunting. Or Wayne again, and the way he effortlessly crushed that ditchling. Are these the romance options for this game? Is that everyone that can romance? I didn't know I could romance Dr. Kelly. I did say she was hot to Reese. We did backtrack that one, though. We'll think about Reese. It's kind of the current fixation. I know Stella's kind of been our ride or die, but Reese is the new fixation for her right now. You think about Reese, the chronically ill artist living in the clinic. You find something about his brooding and mysterious air alluring. Hopefully, you'll get to know him better today. You're done here. You're done here. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. Head downstairs. It's time to face your cousin. Hey, Tabitha. You find her in the kitchen, her shoulders hunched in a tight ball of anxiety. You been through my room? They're striking. This week of all weeks. As if I hadn't had enough on my plate already. That's crazy. Booksmart, if history is anything to go off here, it almost doesn't matter how strong this strike seems. This is Tabitha's battle to lose. There isn't a union in Scarlet Hollow, which means a proper strike isn't even legal. Your cousin can pretty much do whatever she wants. She could fire everyone and wait them out, for instance, or pick and choose her targets. Mystical. Oh, I gained the double again. That being said, does it even matter how the strike plays out? Any resolution would merely treat the symptoms of the disease, rotting the heart of Scarlet Hollow. For things to stand any chance of getting better, there's something deeper you still have to fully uncover. Talk about the strike, talk about what happened last night. Have you heard anything from Stella? I can't get a hold of her. She's not gonna want to talk about Stella. The mine's in trouble, you should just sell it and sell the estate. Get out while you still can. Probably should get going, right? Remain silent. All right, Tabby, I'll entertain the strike for a little bit. We'll talk about the strike, but then we need to talk about last night. Explorer, mystical. The strike is just a symptom of the rot in this place, Tabitha. If we don't treat the underlying disease, it won't even matter who wins. So that's why the ditchlings are here. They were predicting the strike. Usually I'm pro-union, but do you know what the strikers even want? You probably should have seen this coming. Just give them what they want, Tabitha. It's the right thing to do. It's just give them what they want. It's no use fighting the inevitable. Just fire all of them. I'm sure it'll be easy enough to pick up the pieces. Can't believe the gall of these people. After everything you've done for this town, some people just never understand the burdens of leadership. You're in a really difficult spot right now. With everything else going on, it's hard to care about something as mundane as a strike. I like the union comment. We'll be a little snarky off the start. Usually I'm pro-union, but... she looks so amused. Come on, your mom just died. Can I not? Shouldn't they care about the mine doing well? It's the backbone of this whole town. You work hard too. They should realize that. I don't want this to end the conversation early, so we'll say you work hard too. They should realize that. Right? As if it's easy being the boss. Mystical. The strike is just a symptom of the rot in this place. Ugh, you weirdo. Nobody talks like that. Not even Sybil talks like that. She'd like that. We have to cut off the mystical with Tabitha. Do you know what the strikers want? I haven't seen a list of demands. I'm sure it's just the usual. I promise you that if any one of them were in my shoes for a month, they'd be singing a different tune. You probably should have seen this coming. Oh, she didn't like that either. Who's just to say I didn't? It wasn't really a question of if, more than a question of when. Forgive me if I didn't expect them to walk out a few days before my mother's funeral. Couldn't even wait till her lamb was in the ground. Alright, let's talk about last night. So ghosts are real. I still can't get over that. It's my only option. Still sticking to the ghost story, huh? I really don't have time to indulge your little bit. No, she doesn't want to talk to us. Listen, I talked to you about what you're going through. Talk to me about what I'm going through. If the mines are trouble, you should sell it and sell the estate. Get out while you can. Tabitha bristles. Really are Vivian's kid, aren't you? Trying to bow out just when things get difficult. I'm not giving up like that. This is the Scarlet Mine. I'm not just going to cash out on our family legacy. I'm bringing the mine back to life one way or another. Well, I'm not going to ask her about Stella because that's just going to piss her off. She'll probably get going, right? Yeah. I dwelled long enough. Stay safe. No more hijinks. Well, let me know if you get in trouble, okay? Oh, she still, like, kind of cares about us. That's a little sweet. Okay. That one comment alone brought her up a little bit. She's still the bottom tier of bottom tier characters, but that definitely helped her case a little bit. Tabitha slips past you, her heavy boots thudding down the hall as she marches away to face her employees. Time to figure out the rest of your day. Fuel up with a quick PB&J, head to town. Stella's Mia. Who knows when you'll get the chance to eat. Make yourself a PB&J in anticipation for a long day ahead of you. And that's that. It's time to head to town. I wonder if I could save the takeout until now and then eat it. That'd be crazy. You head to the front door and begin your trek to the town below. The sun shines down through a thin layer of clouds, illuminating the path in a watery gray light. You can't help but feel countless eyes watching you from the tree line. A feeling like that reminds you of your time in the woods with Stella. Ditchlings shouldn't be out in the middle of the day, though. They're getting bolder. As you continue to trek to town, you pause to stare out of the mountain range beyond the holler, contemplating a world that's blissfully unaware of the danger threatening your citizens of this tiny town. The world outside feels less real with each passing day, as the strange reality of what's happening in Scarlet Hollow gently uproots what you've always taken to be the truths of our world. Your everyday worries seem distant, overshadowed by a fear and dread that hasn't stopped building up since the moment you stepped off that bus. Hello, Kaneeka. It isn't long until your journey from the estate is over, and you once again find yourself on the main street of Scarlet Hollow. Oh, I like this outfit. Levi, you made it down the hill in one piece. Thank God. I didn't realize there were so many of those ditchling things around, or I would have driven up to get you. I can't believe they're outside during the day. It feels wrong. How are you doing? Flirt much better now that I'm with you. Where's that coming from? We haven't flirted with Kaneeka this whole time, I don't think. I'm mostly just worried about Stella right now. I feel better when we find her. Bad. Excited mostly. I can't wait to find out what the horrors we'll witness today. I'm keeping it together. You? I'm not really feeling much of anything right now. How about you? It doesn't matter how I feel. We've got work to do. Say nothing. I'm kind of excited, honestly. Yeah, I want to break into Reese's home. Oh, Kaneeka didn't like that either. Good to know someone is in high spirits. I kind of feel like I got crushed by a steamroller or something. I figured it was from all the ghost possession stuff, but I wasn't feeling great yesterday either. So Mom is convinced it's a cold. She got me on a strict tea regimen. She's got me on a strict tea regimen now. And maybe she's onto something. I do feel a little more alive after drinking about a liter of the stuff. I'm at least well enough to go looking for Stella. So how are you mentally? That's an important question. I'm supposed to see your mom at some point today. Maybe she'll finally shed some light on things. Oh yeah, I do have to visit Sybil as well. So ghosts, huh? Any leads on Stella? We could always just chill. I'm sure Stella will be fine. Someone manning the general store while we go look for Stella. I guess we should get started. Two of these questions don't matter. But this one is definitely not true. And then who actually cares? It's probably Miles or Sybil. Like, I do want to mention that I am seeing Sybil today because I want to see how she reacts to it, but I also want to ask her how she's doing mentally. So how are you mentally? It's a great question. My concept of how the world works is being shattered a little more each day, so that's cool. Every day I feel more and more like I need to get out of this town before it swallows me whole, but I also keep feeling like there are so many reasons to stay. Like right now, I can't leave until I know Stella is okay. With her folks gone, the only people she has are her friends. And as her bestie, I can't let her go running off into the woods to get eaten by a Bigfoot. And my mom is just so chill right now, it's driving me nuts. She just keeps giving me tea and ignoring anything I tell her about the weird stuff that's been going on around town. Yeah, I mean, like, Sybil was, like, top 3, you know, on, like, trustability. But the way she reacted at the seance last night, and kind of just how she refuses to, like, give out too much information, I don't really know where she stands. Which I think, as her character, she kind of is, like, in the middle anyways. Like, I don't think she's anywhere lenient on helping me versus not helping me, but I want her to be on my side. I figured if anyone would be interested in magic stuff, it'd be her, but she ends the conversation every time I start talking about it, because she's a witch. Sorry, I'm ranting.
Kaneeka, but thanks so much for self-voicing disabled.
Holy f***, I just turned on self-voicing by accident. That shit scared the f*** out of me. I accidentally hit it on my controller. That scared the shit out of me. But thanks so much for asking. That was really thoughtful of you, and it helped to talk about. If you ever need someone to rant at too, I'd be happy to return the favor. Kaneeka and I are gonna be besties, dude. I like Kaneeka a lot. Mystical. I know others with my gifts when I meet them, and Sybil is probably the most gifted person I've met. So I can drop the mystical bomb on her, or I can just continue with the other dialogue. Your mom is definitely a witch, that's what I've been saying. Your mom seems like a nice lady. You're being too hard on her. Let it go. No, this is literally what I've been saying. Your mom is definitely a witch. Kaneeka laughs. My mom? The crystal and herbs lady? No way. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's obvious. I mean, if she were, that would mean everything I thought I knew was wrong, and my whole life has been a lie. What do you mean by that, Kaneeka? So no, she's not a witch. Witches aren't real. Case closed, end of story. Telling me you're not a pagan, Kaneeka? I'm supposed to see your mom today. I'm not sure what she's planning to tell you today that she couldn't have told us all last night. Maybe she's going to read your fortune. Should probably stop making fun of her whole new age mystic vibe. Well, that's happened in the past couple of days. Yeah, you don't really want to be messing with that. I'm surprised for your character that you're kind of joking about that kind of thing. That doesn't really feel in line with your character. So there's plenty of time for tea after we've looked for Stella. Any leads? I haven't had a chance to talk to anyone else yet, so nope, none so far. She ran north last night, but that doesn't mean she didn't double back. I'm trying not to worry too much. It's possible she's safe somewhere, just not answering her phone. But I also want to bet on that. Should probably check her house first, if anything. I guess we should get started. Yeah, we're burning daylight. Where to first? So we have the exploration for Stella. We have our date with Sybil. And hopefully breaking into Reese's house. I think that's the events for today. Okay, let's go to Stella's house. We should get the cops, right? Yeah, me and Kaneeka are gonna go get the cops. We should check in on Oscar. He's smart. Maybe he'll know what to do. Let's check out the diner. We should go to the mines. We should go to church. I'm supposed to... Oh, and then bring it up with the mom again. No, we should definitely go to her house first. This is a two-man operation. We don't need the cops. We don't need civil. Definitely. I probably should have done that before getting you to come all the way down here. But to be honest, I was scared of wandering off by myself, just in case I ran into the other horrors from beyond the veil. It'd be great if this turns out to be nothing and she's just asleep in bed. It would be. I get the feeling that's not the case, considering it's the first option they gave me. You make your way towards Stella's house. Kaneeka knocks anxiously on the door. It creaks open. Mystical. The interior is cold, and not just physically. There's an absence of joy in life that leaves only a chill behind. The ghost of an empty house and the sobering dread that comes with the knowledge that your search won't end here. For the life of you, you can't remember if Stella closed the door behind her when the two of you left for the library yesterday morning. Mystical. I don't sense anything supernatural here, but I don't like the look of this either. We ate breakfast here together yesterday morning, but I can't remember if she closed the door. She must have, right? She's dead. Stella died, and it's all my fault. I'm not from around here. Is it normal for people to leave their doors open? Okay. Enter Stella's house. Well, she's definitely not here. I don't sense anything supernatural here, but I don't like the look of this. We should go in, right? Probably. At least look around a little bit. We're not getting the cops, game. Yeah, we should go in there. The living room is almost exactly as you saw it the other day. I don't want to sneak around too much, but I am a little nosy. Whatever happened to Stella, it doesn't look like it happened here. Okay, nothing unusual so far. This is a perfectly normal living room. No blood or viscera. Not even a tipped over lamp. That's good. Investigate the kitchen, investigate Stella's room. Okay, I don't think we're going to find much else here. Let's move on, leave. Okay, this is a little intrusive, right? But she's our best friend, and we're worried about her, and we need clues about where she maybe went. So I don't feel too bad about inspecting through her shit. I'll try not to like read a diary. Well, I don't know, maybe a diary would tell her where she went. I'll try not to be too invasive. Stella's kitchen is messier than she left it yesterday. A couple of cabinets are hanging open, and a loaf of bread sits on the counter by a used butter knife. Someone was here after Stella and I left yesterday. We didn't leave the kitchen like this. Stella's kitchen normally this messy looks normal to me. Interesting. Someone's been in here. Someone was in my room as well. Maybe she came home last night, had a snack, and didn't feel like putting things away. Still, that leaves us with more questions than we started with. Bread and butter. I wonder if I should pay attention to what's been left out. Or bread and peanut butter, I guess. If she came home last night, why isn't she here now? And why haven't we been able to reach her? Okay, let's check her room. Oh my god. You make your way down the hall to what you assume to be Stella's room. She's not here. Though it's a little untidy, it's an unusual sort of untidiness that accumulates when someone doesn't often have guests in their bedroom. There aren't any signs of violence. Check your computer. Oh god, that's a little intrusive. I love seeing someone's room before they've had a chance to clean it up for company. It's a neat little snapshot, you know. That's kind of true. I do like that too. This sure looks like a room. Any thoughts? It's a mess. Do you think there was a struggle in here? I don't think there's any clues here. Remain silent. I don't think there was a struggle here. We'll check our computer. I'm not sure we should be snooping around our computer. Isn't that an invasion of privacy? I think so too, but I think it's a possibility. Like, if she left the web page open that says, like, hey, mysterious ghost spotted in this area, like, that's a pretty good inclination that she might have been able to go there. So I think it's necessary. Kaneeka, what if there's a clue and we miss it? What if we don't find Stella and it's all because we didn't snoop on her computer? Stella didn't want us to snoop. She shouldn't have gone missing. I don't make the rules. Okay, but what if she's been gossiping about us to her online friends? That's a crazy thing to say. Look, I know it's an invasion of privacy, but we gotta do whatever we can to find her. I think that's the answer. Let's see if it's password protected before you make a fuss about it. If there isn't a password, it's almost like she wants us to snoop. That's not true. You're no fun, but fine. We won't snoop around on Stella's computer. Okay, you're right. There probably isn't anything helpful on there anyways. I honestly didn't even think about how this might not be a good idea. Good call. Quietly back away from the computer. I think acknowledging that it's an invasion of privacy is the way to go. We gotta do what we can to find her. Sure, snoop away, but I'm not gonna take any part of this. I'll just be over here, staying in the corner of the room, not looking over your shoulder. Let me know if you find anything. Just get over here. Stella's desktop is horrifically cluttered. There are simply too many files and folders to fit on her monitor, and they overlap with each other in a chaotic, multi-layered display. Jesus. Well, she's got her email open. Anything on these sticky notes? What does that say? Not the Cool Kid S. The Cool Kid S on the right. I don't know what I expected to see here, but it definitely wasn't this. How does she get anything done? Explore, Booksmart, sift through the chaos. Explore, checker, open tabs. Explore, checker, search history. You're right, this is a waste of time. Oh, we're definitely seeing our Booksmarts first. You spent plenty of time with computers and are more than capable of sifting through the chaos of a messy desktop. I was gonna say, the two that we need to do definitely are search history and open tabs. One folder catches your eye, boring tax stuff. Years of helping friends with their computers have made you all too familiar with this folder. Yeah, that ain't a tax folder. Boring tax stuff never contains boring tax stuff. For that matter, it never contains anything related to taxes, and its contents are never boring. Oh my god, they really hyped it up. I have to now. If they just said it's a boring tax folder, your move, I would have been like, nah, it's definitely something personal. But the way they hyped it up is like, you gotta find out. Oh, it's her and Tabitha when they were younger. That's kind of cute. I have to pretend like I've never seen this when the next time I see her. I don't think she's over Tabitha, dude. You open the folder. You're surprised to find it contains carefully mapped out diagram of the Scarlet Hollow mines, including holes and fences and areas with low visibility. She did say that she was like invading the mine area like a little bit. There's also a handful of old photos of Stella and Tabitha together as teenagers. Tabitha wears an uncharacteristic grin, an authentic joyful smile, and Stella's eyes are somehow brighter, less tired. Both of them seem to be living in a happier time. Check her open tabs, check her search history. Okay, same stuff. We'll check her open tabs. That was sweet though. I feel bad. She's not quite over here, I don't think. It would take you all day to count the number of open tabs in Stella's browser. So numerous are her tabs that you can't see a single icon. A sea of rounded, featureless triangles from Windows edge to Windows edge. That's crazy. How does this computer even run fast? Her most recently opened tab is a post on Uncle Carl's Bigfoot Farm, a forum for cryptozoology enthusiasts. Booksmart, you visited Uncle Carl's Bigfoot's farm in the past. Despite the name, and despite the fact the posters call themselves Carl's Big Feet, the community takes itself very seriously, and it's one of the more consistently active cryptid boards on the web. Yo, I actually really like having Booksmart. It's coming in clutch on this computer search. The post in question is titled "Something Big is Happening in Scarlet Hollow." Hey everyone, was out chasing a skunk ape sighting the other night, and I found these weird little guys. My friend's mom says there's something called ditchlings, but I've never heard of them before. Anyone have a good lead? Camera isn't shaky enough. This is totally staged. Clean footage and some sort of cryptid nobody has heard of except for your friend's mom. The only thing I'm seeing when I'm googling ditchling is some city in England. Thought you were legit. Guys, since when did high quality footage count as anything other than actual evidence? Those things are terrifying. Since every low budget horror movie started doing guerrilla marketing, I smell an ARG. I'm serious. I've got a ton of extra footage. Look at what they've been doing to the animals in town. They're apparently some sort of bad omen like Mothman. Okay, I'm listening. I love me a Mothman. Me too. I believe you. Lucky you're falling right into her lap. I don't trust YouTubers. They're entertainers, not scientists. Sick. Okay, Gary 2125479. You have a billion numbers in your name. You're not to be trusted. The thread continues into the next day. Hey, okay, so 1, this isn't an ARG. I would never. And 2, you're not going to believe this, but we went to an abandoned mine last night to investigate things, and I'm pretty sure we found some Tommy knockers. Listen to this knocking we managed to catch on tape. There's a link to an audio file titled Tommy Knockers Real. Just because you put the word real in the file name doesn't mean they're real. 2 supernatural events on back-to-back nights? This is so fake. I can't believe I bought into that River Runner hype. You're so full of it. YouTubers are always going to sell out to big indie horror. This is kidnapped by aliens all over again. Also, lol, doughy wipe things are now loud popping noises. This is definitely an ARG. Did you sell out to Pillsbury? Stop cyberbullying her. I'm going to call the mods. Blocking the thread and giving everyone a 7-day ban. No cyberbullying and no self-promo. Thread ends. Dude, people on the internet are the worst sometimes, you know? Like, Stella just trying to get some answers to the place that she found, like, a safe space. And, like, that's her community, too. Like, they know who she is. People are saying, like, wow, like, I really didn't think you would be like that. That's crazy that they just, like, throw it all to the wayside because high-quality footage and multiple occasions. Check her search history. Check Stella's search history. She hasn't visited any website since Tuesday night. She came home after last night's incident. She didn't touch her browser. I mean, that's believable, but probably not likely. Her search history is almost entirely work-related, a furious search of queries for various monsters and cryptids that might fit the profile of a ditchling. That's it. Okay, I think we've seen enough, I guess. Thank God. Hackermen snoop on Stella's computer in episode 4, find everything. Okay, I guess we found everything. I wanted to say this earlier, I love seeing someone's room before they get a chance to clean it. Speak for yourself. If the roles were reversed and I was missing, you and Stella were poking around my room unannounced, I'd be completely mortified. Yo, do we gotta break in Kaneeka's room now? I will say that this is what her room's been like for pretty much the entire time I've known her. The only thing that's changed is the computer getting a lot fancier. She still does those cork boards with string things. She loves putting the strings on there. I don't think they're actually mean anything, but they're more for decoration anyway. Okay, I think we're not going to find much here. Let's move on. I guess we'll move on. Where are we moving on to? Oh, we're just leaving. Your achievement, visit Stella's on Thursday morning. So she probably came home last night, but she left the door open and didn't tell anyone where she was going? I thought I was overreacting this morning. I thought she would have just been sleeping again or something. I can't believe she's actually missing. Where to next? I think the library is a good place. I don't necessarily know if Oscar will know anything, but the library is probably a good place to check. Right? See if she came to do research, and then maybe check out the diner. See if Avery knows anything. Can't imagine what the church thing will do, but I kind of want to explore it just because we haven't been there often. Let's start with Oscar. I hope nothing else happened after we all went home last night. You're so brave for sleeping in that house after everything we went through. I'd rather sleep in the woods with the ditchlings than someplace that was actually that haunted. Visit Oscar in the library. Morning light streams in through the library large windows. In the bright daylight, it's once again a place of comfort. All minutes has flooded in the wake of Charles Shaw Jr.'s departure. Love to see it. No ghosts, thank God. I was not up for an encore. I guess Oscar must be in the back. I know that's where I'd be if I finally got my house back. Let's go. You make your way back towards the annex. It feels strange to be back here in the light of day, as if the events of the previous evening were all just a terrible dream. Mystical. More accurately, it feels as if the events of the previous evening were mostly just a dream. The hideous stone carving is still buried in the basement, and though it's subtle and subdued, you can still feel the faintest of hums reaching out from it. This hallway creeps me out. Kaneeka knocks on the door. Oh, good morning. It's good to see you, all of you. Please, come on in. Oh. Alexis is still here, which I think Alexis was staying the night, but Dr. Kelly's here too. You're doing really great, Rosalina. Not a lot of kids your age can take shots that well. You're being so brave. We gotta go to Reese's home while she's here. We can break in. You don't have to talk to me like I'm 5, but you are brave. You really are, Rosalina. You're like so badass. Alexis is right. This is more than most people have to deal with in their whole lives, and here you are taking it like a champ. Dr. Kelly's kind demeanor vanishes as she turns and glares at you. Oh, I see we have visitors. How is she talk? How are you doing, Rosalina? I'm guessing Charlie didn't come back for an encore. Why does everyone seem so chill? Shouldn't you all be traumatized? How's Reese? Have any of you seen Stella since last night? Or Dr. Kelly about the stone carvings, what you felt in the clinic? So, Dr. Kelly, are you gonna start poisoning her too now? That's crazy. I want to so badly, but there's no way she'll like be on guard every time we're near her house if I say something like that. Check in with Rosalina first. How you doing, Rosa? Tired. My leg hurts. A lot. But the medicine is helping. It's not so bad now. Plus, I got to lie down in an actual bed last night. You have no idea how good that felt. Thanks, Levi. Can't believe you got any sleep last night after all that ghost stuff. I just sat on the couch with all the lights on. I don't think I slept at all. Oh, she didn't stay over. I really needed some rest after, the hospital and my foot. Your body is desperately trying to get you to rest. All the activity yesterday was pretty brutal on your injury. It's never gonna stop hurting if you keep pushing yourself. So, what are you not gonna do today? Anything? That's right, you're staying right here. No walking around, no investigating haunted houses. Sorry, Dr. Kelly, I should have been better at stopping her. I take full responsibility. As her father, I should have. No need for anyone to step in and take blame for anything. It's the hospital's fault for sending her home at all. It's gross negligence if you ask me. But give it time. Then you can do all the activities you want. Alright, Rosalina? I appreciate Dr. Kelly's like, look, this isn't any on you guys. The hospital needs to take better care of her. Have any of you guys seen Stella? Not since dinner. She hasn't gotten in touch with any of you? I'm starting to freak out a little. I really care about her and she's just gone. She texted me last night, but I haven't heard from her since. Just a text last night. I think she's doing some self-reflection. So I'm guessing that's a no. Remain silent. No one else really said no. Just a text. But none of us know where she is. I'm guessing you haven't seen her then? No, I'm afraid not. I haven't exactly been very observant though, with everything we've been going through. I hope she turns up. The way she ran off last night was so unlike her. I feel like it's my fault. I should have just done a better job warning her. Okay. Oscar, you need to stop with this, false savior complex. Literally, Stella is an adult. Rosalina is one thing, right? That's your daughter. You gotta take better care of her, sure. You wanna put the blame on you for that? Sure. I can handle that one. Stella is a full-grown adult making her own decisions. That's not on you. Dad, you know Stella was super excited to see a ghost. How are you supposed to know it would be too much? None of us did. It's nobody's fault, Mr. Gutierrez. How's Reese? Sure, man. He's fine. Had a rough night, but he'll recover. He's used to that sort of thing. He just needs a couple of days to get back on his feet. That means no more excitement. Not even a movie. You can't cancel our movie plans. Sorry to hear that, Dr. Kelly. I want to see Shino-Chi Deathblood. I was promised chilling Japanese found footage horror. I really was, and I do love found footage. You need to get your son to some therapy. I don't think he's okay, but what if I wanted to hang out with him again? He's so cool. I like to hear this from him, not filtered through you. Talk about him like he's a child. I respect this boundary and not bother either of you anymore. Flirt, okay, but what if I want to hang out with you? I can't believe you can flirt with Dr. Kelly. I'm gonna have to replay this game and do a Dr. Kelly run. I think that's so funny. I was promised Japanese found footage horror. Watch it on your own. I'm sure your cousin has a TV lying around somewhere in that big house. We'll remain silent. I don't feel the need to tell Dr. Kelly anything I know. Rosa looks high as little dude. Look at your eyes. So you've got your meds, you've got your nest of pillows, a hopeful friend by your side, and a cat to keep you company. Seems like you're all set. Make sure you do a whole lot of nothing today. I will. Bye, Dr. Kelly. Yes, thanks again for coming down to see us, Joan. Not a problem. I'd much rather she stay put than have to get in and out of a car. I'll call later today and see how things are going. Hope the rest of the week is less eventful for the both of you. Goodbye, Rosalina. Make sure you stay put and keep Pixel company, okay? Dr. Kelly's features harden once again as she steps towards the door, and then she pushes past you to leave Oscar's house. We'll let your kids have some space, Alexis. Why don't you figure out a restful activity for you and Rosalina? Will do, Mr. Gutierrez. I brought some video games and puzzles from my house, and some movies too. Whatever you want to do, Rosa. Glad she has a friend she can hang out with. Good thing we saved her friend and she's not alone. Oscar ushers you down back to the library. What's up? Is everything okay? Yeah, everything's fine. Or at least much better than yesterday. I can't thank you all enough. I like to be as helpful as I can from here on out. Now that our little situation is dealt with, I finally have time to dig into the town archives. Our house was haunted because someone was murdered there. The mine collapse the other night was at the site of the mass grave. With enough research, maybe we'll be able to get a step ahead of the next crisis. Maybe we can actually preempt it. I wonder if that's where Stella went. I wonder if she figured it out. That is, assuming there's going to be a next crisis, but something tells me we aren't in that clear yet. We should compare notes. Not that I have any to start with, but if you know anything that might narrow down my research, it could save me a lot of time. I don't think we actually know that much more than you do, but I've got some hunches. I can't help but feel like there must have been some inciting event, since everything started getting weird seemingly overnight. What that inciting event was, or where to start looking for it, I have no idea, but it's something to keep in mind. There's a root cause for all of this. Hopefully there's a way to put the genie back in its bottle. I'm going to do my best to find out if there have ever been any similar events and whether there's something special about Scarlet Hollow that might explain what's going on. This music is so loud. We've been finding these weird stone seals. I wonder if this could be the work of some sort of cult. I think Dr. Kelly is hiding something. Dinner last night was weird. Make sure Pixel stays inside or he might get grabbed by ditchlings. I think there's something in the clinic. Whatever we're doing next, I feel like we're missing a vital team member. We need to find Stella and fast. We're burning daylight, let's head out. I do want Oscar on our side. I know we haven't been like the closest with him, and I kind of don't really like his personality of always being like, I should have saved everyone, but I do want him on my side, and I do want him to find some information for us. So I want to tell him about the stone seals. We've been finding these weird stone seals. There was one in the mines. These are those carvings you mentioned last night, right? To think there's something like that under my house all this time, and to think someone must have put it there, but who? This gives me quite a few threads to follow. Thank you, Levi. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if you were right yesterday, Levi. But if there really is another one of those carvings in the clinic, should we warn Dr. Kelly? Absolutely not. She may have believed Oscar about it last night, but I don't know how receptive she'd be if we told her there might be ghosts in her house. Even if she believes us, she's stubborn. Mystical, one way or another, I'm going to find myself back in there soon. It's faint, but I can still feel the pull of the clinic door, and it's only getting stronger. We need to get Reese out of there before something bad happens to him. It's a shame she preemptively shot down our moving night. It would have been the perfect cover. We should investigate the clinic. I'm sure Reese will be fine. I'm gonna break into the clinic and see what I can find. I kinda wanna say the mystical one, but I want Oscar to maybe use Rosa as a distraction to get Dr. Kelly out of her home. One way or another, I'm going to find myself back in there soon. You're not planning on breaking in, are you? Because if so, nope, you're not going to do that. Let's not have a repeat of last night. Should be more cautious about what we do next. We don't want anyone to get attacked or possessed by any more ghosts, even if it is to help a friend. I don't know if we have time to play it safe. Just give me a day or two to do some research before you do anything rash, okay? Alright, Oscar. I'm gonna trust that your research is gonna tell us something important. However, if it's getting dire, we will be breaking in, because I do want to go in there. Make sure Pixel stay. Oh, I do want to tell him that Pixel needs to stay inside, because I don't want to have another Duke situation. Make sure Pixel stays inside, or he might get grabbed by ditchlings. The ditchlings are those things from the woods, right? With those faces? They snatch animals to do some kind of parasitic egg-laying thing, so unless you want one of those things to pop out of Pixel, you better keep him where he's safe. Will do. I can't imagine how devastated Rosalina would be if something were to happen to him, especially after everything she's been through. Alright, we need to find Stella. I agree. We need her brazen energy if we're going to do any serious sleuthing. Let us know what you find. I will. So that's Oscar. Any other ideas? Off to the diner. Let's check out the diner. Good idea. Folks tend to congregate there. Maybe we'll run into someone who's seen Stella. Like Avery. Looks like she's not here. The diner is busier than you've ever seen it. The small booth packs with miners. Yeah, because they're all striking. Oh, it's all the ones I've talked to previously. Hey, hope you aren't planning on spending any quality time in the diner today. Looks like we'll be hosting a meeting for the foreseeable future. What's going on? There's a strike up in the mines. They made the diner their base of operations. Huh? Good for them. It's about time something like this happened. This is great for business. These fellas can have as much free coffee as they can drink if they keep piling in like this. The miners didn't even notice you entered the diner, and instead of speaking in hushed voices, argue with each other loudly enough for you to easily overhear. I guess. The shift schedules are pretty brutal, and I like more vacation days. I'd love to be able to see my family around the holidays, and better health benefits would be amazing. But what if she decides to fire all of us? You're only a year or so into the work, and trust me, the longer it goes on, the more it sucks the life out of you. At first, you're just unhappy, but you figure you can weather it until you find something better. A paycheck's a paycheck. Next thing you know, you've lost years of your life to a company that doesn't give a solitary shit about you, that uses up every free second it can to suck out of its workers and pays us just enough to survive, but not so much that we can ever save enough to get the hell out. But we could get fired from this. I really need the paycheck. I can't get fired. And the company housing? That makes a big difference for me. Right, the company housing. How generous of Tabitha to put you in a company-owned shack that ain't maintained in decades, taking a big chunk right out of your paycheck that sure as shit ain't going towards property tax and upkeep alone. The company housing, that means almost nobody in this whole damn town owns the place they live. We have numbers on our side, Harrison. After what happened up there the other night, damn near everyone is joining the picket line. She can't afford to lose us all. We have the power here, so long as we're united. Hey, have any of you seen Stella? She's missing. Weigh in on Harris's situation. So about the strike, hey, Avery, do you have a minute to catch up? I do want to talk to Avery. I guess we should get going, turn and leave. What's going on with Harrison? What do you want to do, Harrison? Join the strike, Harrison. Unite your fellow workers. Don't let them pressure you, Harrison. Return without weighing in. Ooh, I can push Harrison to one side or the other. I do think Tabitha needs a little bit more stress, you know? Tabitha kind of rude to us this morning. I tried to inquire about her situation. She clearly did not want to talk about mine. Unite with your fellow workers, Harrison. Join the strike. The miners turned towards the doorway, all eyes glaring on you in unison. Hey, this is a private conversation. But you're right. Even if you are the boss's cousin, and I don't trust you so far as I can throw you. This strike is only going to work if all of us stand together, Harrison. What do you say? Yeah, you guys will all be in unison. I'll have to call my family to see what they say. My sister's tuition is riding on this job, but I'm pretty convinced at this point. If you really think it'll work, I'm down. Zach claps her on the shoulder. Good to hear it, kid. The strike isn't really any of my business, but we'll ask if anyone's seen Stella. Hey, have any of you guys seen Stella? She's missing. The YouTuber? No, we ain't seen her. As you can see, we got a lot going on today. We appreciate if you didn't butt in. Harrison's voice drops to a barely audible mumble. I hope she's okay. She hasn't been around, but I'll let you know if I hear anything. Appreciate that comment, Harrison. I'll remember that. Hey, Avery, do you have a minute to catch up? You angling at something? Come on now, Zach. This is a free establishment. Let's step outside. I could use some fresh air. Avery pauses for a second. Been seeing those little blob guys everywhere. Y'all know about them, right? Should I be concerned? Yeah, oh, I forgot we didn't talk to Avery last time. He literally doesn't know anything. Yeah, they're called ditchlings. My mom says they're an omen for a coming disaster, which I don't exactly buy, but they've been killing local animals. Do you say you don't exactly buy it? Is the town Scully saying she believes in something supernatural? Look, we've seen some things the past couple days. Okay, now I'm really worried. Mystical, they'll only grow in numbers until a disaster strikes this place. Book smart, I don't think humans have much to worry about, just animals. You might get some odd egg laid in your skin. We should be more worried about why they're here than anything else. There's too many of them. Does anyone in this town have a flamethrower? I think they're kind of neat. Remain silent. I do think they're kind of neat, but it's not going to help the situation. We're going to book smart. Avery talked about the library and books back in like episode 1, so I don't think the humans have much to worry about. They've just been using wild animals so far. I'm honestly kind of worried that they're eventually going to run out of hosts. Maybe they don't prefer people. But what are they going to do when there aren't any animals left in Scarlet Hollow? Oh, is that all they do? That's fine. They can nest in me if they want. It's cool. I thought they were eating people or something. Are you serious? Being used as a walking nursery sounds so much worse than just being eaten. Look, if they need a warm place to pupate and I have skin to spare, who am I to deny them? Ugh, that's so gross. Without feeling something like wriggling under your skin, stealing your nutrients until it eventually erupts out of you? Kaneeka shudders. Sounds like the miracle of life to me. You ain't getting us around, right? Maybe. Anyways, I shouldn't get too off topic. You wanted to chat? I do like Avery's joking demeanor. I kind of with that a little bit. What do you make of all this stuff going down with the miners? Do you have any idea where Stella might have gone? Have you noticed anything weird going on around town aside from the ditchlings that is? Never mind, we should probably get back to it. It's about Stella today. Nope, not at all. But I'll let you know if I hear something. You're oddly casual about that. Last night was an ordeal for all of us. I think she was especially shaken up. She just ran off without saying anything. We're pretty worried. I didn't like how he gave a one-line reply to Stella being missing. Him and Stella were supposed to be close, so either one of two things. He either knows where she is and isn't worried, or he's shady. I kind of don't want to talk to him about anything more. We should probably get back to it. I still don't trust you, Avery. Totally. I'm sure you're both antsy to get back looking for Stella. I won't keep you. Why are you not panicking? Avery heads back inside and you and Kaneeka return to Main Street to plan your next move. Are you just not as good as friends as I thought you were?